try to keep your hands really steady and just walk that way slowly.
Yeah, yep, they crossed.
There, they crossed for Eileen.
Let's try by our cabin.
And they crossed for Chloe too. She just...
Watch, Chloe. Come here, watch. It'll be right at the back of your cabin.
Cool. How does it like do that?
It's just energy. It's magnetic in its energy because the water underground is creating energy.
So I'm stepping on a river.
I would say a little creek, maybe a little stream underground.
All right, we're coming at you with the fancy cord dead cat tripod phone mount because this is a real high quality video. So let's get at it. All right, so we're outside because today is the day Uncle Joe is gonna try
to dig a well. And it's gonna be right behind our cabin because there's a little creek under the ground.
Yep, totally. So Joe's got the steel rods. He's been there, they just cross right there. So he laid some sticks here.
You can see the sticks right here. I grid the whole backyard and found a little stream under here, and then just off this side there's another stream that runs from the power shed actually direction right behind the girls' cabin, right underneath where Zach is standing. They come together, so that's where I'm going to attempt to dig a well, right there. So
gotcha.
You can just grid your whole property or wherever you're looking for water, and these things should cross. All right, so essentially I walked our entire backyard just in a grid. I was walking all over the place with these curtain hangers, is all they are. They're steel curtain hangers that I bent into long, some people call them water witching rods. You can also use welding rods, and a little trick I learned on YouTube, you can take a straw, cut it in half, stick the end in there as a little handle, and that keeps you from manipulating the coat hanger at all. Some people think that it's real easy to manipulate it. So I was walking all over. I actually found two streams in our backyard, one coming from kind of the power shed location, and then one coming back from this back meadow. And they actually tee up right here where I'm standing, right by the back corner of this woodshed. I think this is the first place I'm going to attempt to dig a well. We will get our T-handle auger, the one that we purchased for this project. We'll get it out here and we'll start digging this. I'm hoping that it's at least deeper than 5 feet, and I'm hoping that it's about 10 to 15 feet deep. That would be a perfect depth for our well out here. And yeah, I'm gonna give that a go. So real quick on the coat hangers / welding rods, whatever we want to use, essentially all it is I honestly don't know well enough to speak to it, but it has to do with the energy of the water flowing underneath the ground and the energy of your body, and it's a little bit magnetic as well. Mine and Zach's dad was really good at this. He found water on people's property many times because I think his body chemistry or makeup was such that it bode well for this kind of thing. So certain people are better at it than others. If you go to try it yourself, if it works well, great. If not, it might be because your body chemistry just wasn't made for it. So have someone else in your family try it. Have a friend try it for you. But I guarantee you it works. It's not voodoo. It's not witchcraft. It's just science. So I found these streams here, and it'll prove here in a little bit once I start digging whether or not there's actually water there. So let's get going. All right. I cut out a chunk of sod and set it off to the side there. If I don't run into water, I can just put the dirt back in the hole and put the sod right back over it. But I am feeling optimistic and hopeful. I might have to deal with some tree roots right here. There's quite a bit on the surface. There was a spruce tree here at one point. But we're gonna get this going and see how this tool does for starters. And hopefully I don't run into any big rock. That's going to be the biggest setback for me. I believe we have about a foot, in some spots a foot and a half of topsoil. And that is what I just pulled out. And then it gets into some hard pack. And that's where I'm going to find the rock. I think I'm going to clean up these roots real quick, or they're going to cause problems later. That should make a little smoother on top. Man, if you've got the right kind of soil, I would take this over an old clamshell post hole digger any day. There's only a 4-foot handle on here, and I think the basket is about 8 inches. So it'd be great for most post hole applications, but for digging a well, once I get down to this depth here and I can't turn it anymore, I take the head off and I add some pipe on. It's just 3/4 inch pipe threaded at the end. And so I'll add a 6-foot chunk. I believe this is 4 foot. And then that'll start me up here somewhere. And then I'll be able to get down there. And once I've gotten down to that depth, I'll take the 6-foot chunk off and put a 10-foot chunk on. You hear that? Not good. So I'm running into rock right away. I'm going to get a spud bar or a tamping bar and see if I can't break it up a little bit. I'm not going to be able to move that rock, but it feels like it's free on this side of it, so I'm going to dig out a little bit more sod and move the auger this way a bit. Let's try this again. I would say the only drawback to this auger style digger is having to empty the basket. I mean, the fact that you have to empty the basket is not the problem. It's kind of the style in which you have to do it. Pull it out of the hole and shake it loose. Let me see. Got a rock down in here. Not a big one. There we go. At this depth, I can reach down and grab rocks like this, and it's not too big a deal. Once I'm down 5, 6 feet, 10 feet, I'm not gonna be able to just reach down the hole. So hopefully we don't run into many rocks at all. All right, I'll give you a look-see at the hole here. So I've been at it just a little over 20 minutes and it's doing good, but I'll tell you what right now, this is a great tool. But if you have real rocky soil like we do, this size of rock is not bad. It'll pick this up all day. This one's a little bit bigger. I was having trouble getting that in the little basket. So I would say if you have rock this big or bigger, don't waste your money with this tool. Now for me, I already knew the size of rock that we had, but I don't really have many other options. This was a cheap, affordable option, at least to try for us. So that's what I'm doing. I'm giving it a try and seeing if I can't get past, you know, that bigger rock into better digging soil or dirt. So I'm going to keep at it. I might have to jab at the hole a little bit, loosen some rocks, and then here real shortly, you can see I was almost at the depth of the T-handle. I will add another section of pipe on and keep going, see how deep I can get.
What you doing?
Playing in the dirt, mixing mud.
Don't lie to me.
Okay, I won't lie. All right, guys. You know that we asked you to remind us to dig a well. You saw at the beginning of this video how I found some water. I'm confident that there's water under my feet here. And the tool that I used, I love that thing. It's great. We have a lot of rock. There's just a little bit of it. And I keep hitting it in a little 6-inch hole, 6 to 8-inch hole that I can't get through. And once the hole gets deep enough and I can't even use like a spud bar or a rock bar to get that rock loose or out. So I'm trying to think of ways. Maybe you guys can shoot me some ideas in the comments on how to get past that rock. What I'm going to do, at least planning to do in the future, is actually just dig a hole like we dig our outhouse holes, like a 3 by 3 foot hole, so I can get down in it, go down as deep as I can, 4, 5, 6 feet, and then use my auger post hole digger deal to go beyond that. I don't know how deep this water is here. I can't imagine it's that deep, but long story short, I failed at digging a well this year. We're just going to have to haul water off the lake again, and that's okay. We're glad that we have that option. But I'm filling this hole back in to answer Zach's question. I had it about 4 feet deep, and there was a rock that I just couldn't get past. So it's kind of frustrating. My original plan was to just literally post hole this entire area until I found a spot that I could get past a rock. But when I actually found water, confidently found a spring or a stream running underneath here, I wanted to focus on this one area and see if I could tap a hole right on top of that. So I abandoned the idea of post holing just all over until I could bypass rocks. So I kept my plan fluid, and I didn't succeed. We were busy this year, which was a good thing, busy with the lodge, and I didn't have time to dig a big old hole. So there you have it. Little review, my opinion on that post hole, that auger style thing. I love that tool, like I said. And I know I found water, but it wasn't going to happen this year. So with that, thanks guys for watching this video. Make sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below, like I said, if you guys have any better ideas. We have some pretty rocky ground. I've talked about sand points. I've talked about you know, making my own bit, doing a pneumatic drill, doing a hydro drill. I've talked with buddies about all those things. So maybe you guys have some other off-the-wall idea that you can hit me with in the comments. And with that, we'll sign off this video. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Bramante Brothers.